Herbalist Viola. Welcome to Very Wise Alternatives YouTube channel. Look, like, share, and subscribe. Just want to get that out because I know I'm going to forget. But today I just want to speak to some people, or, well, let me backtrack. I had a couple of conversations with some of my female clients, which is, I'm just say wives, and their main concern with their significant others were because they picked because as a child or growing up in a farm and growing up in different communities in different areas, they used to, as a child or a job or as a teen or as a young adult, they would pick like cucumbers, berries, cherries, whatever, just to make some income. Just like us, from the city, we'll go at McDonald's or we'll be at Woolworth, or we'll just have certain jobs that they refuse. I mean, they just refuse to eat there, eat that product. So I just wanted to just talk about that a little bit to all my husbands, kings, even the goddesses, even the queens out there. If you did some of it as a child, listen, and now you develop something, something like that word dis-ease, that means that there's something going on with your body that needs to come out, or you've put your body in acidic and it needs to be balanced and it needs to be more alkaline, which just bottom line, you got too much inflammation. Now you got a lot of pain and you need to get it out. You need to get it out. And basically, I just want to say the main things that you're running from, the main things you're running from are the exact things that you need. The same thing, like, I ain't eating no cucumbers. Man, cucumbers are vitamin packed, family. Cucumber. Just think about the cucumber. You know how much water is in a cucumber? And the very thing that you are dehydrated, because a lot of you guys are not absorbing. And cucumbers are excellent, just like berries. Y'all know berries are very astringent and they pull, just like them grapes. Why y'all think we want you to do hawthorn berry, especially for your heart? But anyway, family, I'm just speaking out and calling out to the ones who say, "Hey, I'm not eating it no more." Just like I was like, I ain't never eaten okra. I'm eating okra. I can't say I didn't like beets, but I don't know if it was an issue with beets, but I eat beets. I eat pretty much all the fruits and vegetables. I'm trying to think if there's some things that I haven't tried. But there's so much new stuff out here, family, that's not here in the US, that's out in the other countries that I have tried. But okay, let me clean that up. We don't know all the fruits and vegetables out there. We don't. We really don't. There's berries and there's cherries and there's bananas and things and other like jackfruit and just becoming an herbalist. I'd never had soursop, jackfruit, the tourmaline. I never ate those things. And I had kiwi, but now I'm going to buy those. Now I'm going to buy more avocados, kiwi, the fruits that the jackfruit and the monk fruit, the fruit that we just wasn't used to. Now I'm going to buy those. But I'm just calling out to my fam. Listen, I know you had an issue way back then and you like, take the berries out my face. I don't want to eat no more cucumbers. I don't want to eat blackberries, cherry, because you picked them. It'd be the main thing that's going to take care of you. And that's basically, we got to overcome, family. We got to overcome these stereotypes. Why I want to say is, why you think you was picking them in the first place? Just think of picking them, even if it's a business of your family. Just because it was a family business, it shouldn't stop you from eating them. I mean, even if you could do it once a week, twice a week, but it'd be the very thing that's going to keep you alive, keep your health. Your health is your wealth. Yeah, look, y'all know when you down and in pain and y'all suffering in silence, you don't be bothering nobody. You just want to be off and alone and not be around anybody. Be that grump, that grouch that's locked up in the house. And no offense to them, because peace is peace. Let me, fam. I can do a video on peace that y'all be like, I know what you mean. So I already know about the grumpy people. And why they in the house? Because they love peace. You know, I can stay in my room and I know I'm supposed to be talking about overcoming and getting you guys to eat fruits and vegetables. But man, I can sit in silence for like 4 hours, fam, and not utter a word because that peace, whoo, that peace. So I'm reaching out to the people. Y'all be like, look at that old lady or old man in the house and not doing nothing. Look, that peace, whoo. Okay, back to what I was supposed to be talking about. Speaking to my men and my fam. Look, don't run from fruits and vegetables. Do not run from fruits and vegetables because the exact thing that is will save your life. Bottom line. And look, I would rather you make them yourself. I said it. Make them yourself. Grow them. Grow them yourself, or go to a farmer's market that doesn't have those numbers on it. You don't want the numbers on them. You want to get as close to as organic as possible, because that's can be a loaded word, but organic as possible, that hasn't been touched by the other, the government handles. The one that goes to the supermarkets, that one, the ones that's in the bags. I'd rather just get me a bag and put it in there at the farmer's market. I mean, I trust those more than ever. And I know y'all like, you got all this other stuff. It's about overcoming. It's about going to be resilient like we are. Go be resilient, because y'all powerful beyond measure. Look, yes, I am doing this video from St. Louis, and I know y'all want me to talk about Yaki Awaken. Whoo, priceless. I'm still speechless, family. I'm still speechless over that. So I just want to do this video and talk about my people, about overcoming, because Dr. Yaki Awaken and his people and the community that I was just in, whoo, fam, it just makes me want to speak to you guys even more. Y'all, see, some of y'all don't know I'm shy, but I be like, look, I got a mouth and I'm going to speak. Well, I have words to say and things that you need desperately to hear. And I say desperately because a lot of us are sleeping on our God-given power of, we talking about the common sense. And you be like, fruits and vegetables do what? No. What is my protein? What? So you're telling me there's protein in nuts? So you're telling me there's protein in vegetables? So you're telling me that there's proteins in mushrooms? A lot of y'all don't want to hear that part. A lot of y'all do not want to hear that part. And then you wondering why we suffer from a lot of things. We suffer from a lot of things because we so worried about how somebody gonna feel and talk and act, and instead of just overcoming and being you, being that peaceful side. Look, when you get above 55, when you get above 55, you be like, dang. And some of y'all reached it at 30. Some of y'all reached it at 20. To know that peace is yours because you chose it, because you knew how to overcome. You knew about fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds. You knew what you needed. And look, everybody's not the same. Everybody's not the same. Some of y'all got to have meat. Bottom line, some of you got to have meat, but it's what you do when you're doing the meat. Make sure it's clean. Fruits and vegetables the same, because you could get parasites more than fruits and vegetables than you can get from meat. But the meat just got the worst ones. I'm just saying, especially the pork, the worst parasites. But what I'm saying is, some of you guys know that what's in your kitchen is powerful. That's why you're in the position you're in. That's why you're not suffering. That's why you're not doing the things you're doing. You knew that, man, if I got to go ahead and pick fruits and vegetables, I'm still going to eat them. They're not going to run from me because I know the truth. Because a lot of us get brainwashed, bamboozled, fooled, and you be like, I'm not eating that because it's your ego. It's your pride. And I know you look, if I had to be on a cucumber farm, I don't think I would eat cucumbers again, and I got to change that, because if I know it's necessary for me to be better, for me to get the correct water, because y'all be like, oh, is it spring water, alkaline, distilled? Look, that choice is on you. But when I make my products, I'm using distilled water. when I'm drinking my water, it's either in my house because I got a system, water purification system, or I'm going to get the cleanest spring water, or I won't even drink water. I'll just go get me some fruits and vegetables and squeeze them. I'd rather eat the watermelon. Y'all see when I was in Belize, I was tearing that watermelon up. But anyway, fam, I'd rather get me a coconut. Woo! Take one of those ice picks and open it up and just drink the best water possible. I know you're like, I ain't getting no coconut. We need to stop saying what we can't afford. We need to stop saying what we can't afford, because y'all can afford anything y'all want. And I know we're going through these times, and I know you're like, girl, I'm not eating raw be the best thing. Because we think we need to eat a whole lot, and we don't. We don't need a whole lot. We don't need a whole lot. And going back to me speaking to my fam, calling out my brothers and sisters who used to pick the cucumbers. Because like I said, if I had to pick cucumbers and that was my family business, I'm going to fix it up a little bit, but I'm still going to eat the cucumbers. Even though you're like, I can't stand another cucumber, but it's the benefit. We have to separate. And this is how you go get this overcome, and the willingness to say, look, just because my family that's their livelihood, I'm going to look at this cucumber a different way. And that's just changing your mind, changing your perspective. Just like me, I can't have dairy. So I make, like I said, I still do my pear and apples. I whip it up, and it tastes a little funny, but I don't care. I don't care. Parade it and sit there and have me some ice cream. And I know there's a lot of dairy ice cream, but I cannot have all these preservatives. And that's the bottom line. And just so you know, and I know I'm gonna keep putting this in every single video about doing a parasite cleanse, because in other countries, again, they do parasites every 90 days. If y'all know how much, what is it called, bioengineered foods you're eating, how much microplastic is in your body, especially that forever chemical. Whoo, fam, you be like, I'm gonna go do that parasite cleanse. Matter of fact, let me do a chelator, let me clean my blood, and let me make sure the colon is working out. And then after all that, make sure I get some good probiotics, because my probiotics is excellent, family. And just make sure you take them for at least 90 days straight, because a lot of y'all, we go get the colonoscopy and we forget about, not the colonoscopy, correction, the colonic, because my girl Bree and at the Primo Elements, my brother and his wife are here, right here with me, and from Fayetteville, they here at the Yaki Awaken Institute as well. We're learning so much, fam. We're learning so much, but that's for another video, talk about Yaki. But they here, and they also, here in Fayetteville, North Carolina, have their own colonic that they offer. So you can get colonic therapy with them. So it's Q, she has, shout out to Q, she has in 2 locations in Fayetteville and Raleigh. She has her colonic, and other things that she hosts, just like Primo Elements, they host the colonics as well. And they have other things. They both have the colonics, but they got other niches in as well. So just go, check them out. I just always want to shout out my family, because we all doing things to help a better you and to get that stuff up out of you, because y'all know I'm the colon queen, and I want to do as much as possible for you to be going, to be flowing. That's why I'm always talking about living water. Y'all can say what y'all want. 50 ounces, family, 50 ounces. Stop making it so difficult. When I say 50 ounces, look. I got my 2 bottles right here. So right here, I got me some apple juice. No, I didn't freshly squeeze it. It's store-bought, but guess what? I put water in it. I got me some distilled water, and it's half distilled water and apple juice. Here is just plain distilled water and lemon. Yeah, and I'm gonna put the cayenne pepper later. I have little cups that came with this, so I'll put a drop of cayenne pepper, because you want something with a kick. You want something with a kick, family. But I just want to make sure y'all see that 50 ounces. So upon arising, I already did 8 ounces. I already did 8 ounces. Couldn't tell you. It's about nine something here. You see, I already had right here, I already had 12 more ounces. I've been up since I've been up since '04 dark 30. So I just want to make sure. I know. I still want to make sure I'm hydrated, make sure I'm fluent, make sure I'm going, because y'all don't know them lymphatic clog. Y'all lymphatic drainage massage be clogged, especially your lymphatic, and y'all be like, what is she talking about? Just go research Dr. Yaki. Well, you know what? Not sure if he put it out, but make sure you guys go on the app. Please go on the app where y'all go and find the apps from the app store and look up Yaki Radio. Download it, be a member, get on there and look at everything that he does. Because on there has all that stuff so you can know how to make sure your lymphatic system is draining. That's why it's so vital that you do exercise. So now, like on my podcast, I'm incorporating that I do exercise upon a rising, period. So as soon as I get up, go use the restroom, stretch, hydrate, and then commence to doing my exercise, because my me time is so vital. So Malik, look, I know I know I'm calling out Malik. I know I ain't been there, but your girl is exercising because I know how vital it is, because a lot of us don't realize. Look, I still need to do dental work. I'm fighting right now with the VA. Yes, I'm hyped to get my dental situated, because y'all don't realize dental, oh, baby. When I go back and be telling y'all about dental, stop playing with your dental. Y'all meridian pathways need to be unblocked. Your lymphatic system be unclogged. We just don't know how bad we're damaging our bodies. That's why I say stop suffering in silence. So when I first become an herbalist, I was just trying to take care of myself. Now I'm sitting here on YouTube. Been on YouTube since 2020, telling y'all about the same thing I'm talking about right now. The same thing, about your colon, and you guys going, because before it was the poop lady, now it's the colon queen. And yes, I'm going fast. And yes, I'm talking about a lot of things, but it's so vital, family. It's so vital that I get my family to come off or overcome or be resilient. Say, look, I'm going to eat a cucumber no matter if my family business. So remember, it's your family business, right? Your family's making money. That's where the money come from. That's what's keeping your family wealthy. Come on, fam. Come on. There's a lot of time we sleeping on our own family's business because we so, y'all hurting me. I almost cuss. Forget the feeling. Stick with the facts. Your family's your family. Your family's your blood. Oh, y'all just don't know how bad y'all be messing up your family, because I can say some of the things that I did, but I was like, no, Viola, pull back. So I pulled back. And now I'm ready to uplift my family, the Williams, Sanders, and Saunders side. Look, fam, y'all need to stop playing. Stop playing, because your last name is your last name. Your last name is your legacy. Stop playing. Stop playing. When they say keep this stuff in the house, it's certain things you keep in the house. It's certain things you keep in the house, because we be telling thems, starts with an O and end with a T. The men, y'all gotta stop playing. We run our mouths too much. Because when it says family business, I don't know who I'm talking to, but family. Let's start building back family, because that's where it starts. First, it's the individual, because I've been working on myself. Y'all soon will see the before and after pictures of me chiseling my body. But family business is family business. I had to get the lock straight. Now, I'll start, sprucing up some things, but not too much, because I still want to be an all natural girl. I still want to be look, I'm going to claim 17 to 17. Man, I don't know about y'all, but I'm claiming 17. We'll always claim 17. But anyway. Far as about, and I just want to get back, because I had to throw in about the family business, because I have customers speaking with me, and they was like, girl, I can't get him to eat cucumbers, certain berries, because they They picked them as family. I mean, as a business, when it was not business. Let me clean that up. Let me clean it up. Y'all know we talking in private. And I asked, could I have this conversation? I was like, man, you can't eat berries. None. No berry, not even blueberries. Because they picked them as a child and it's forever in their mind. They were like, I'm not doing it. Just like when y'all was doing the tobacco farm. Just like cotton. I get it. I get it. I get it. But it's a part of, what are you doing it now for? So that's the thing that we have to overcome and change and realize that, did you have an addiction? Was it an issue? What was the issue that, and it's just of the mindset. If I know soursop is going to kill them cancer cells, I'm going to eat soursop and keep eating soursop. And that'll be it. Far as I'm not going to eat no meat, no dairy. Shouldn't be eating dairy any place. No breads, no grains. I'll eat a little bit of seeds. I'll eat a handful of nuts. And I'll eat the hell out of some fruits and vegetables. Especially my green grapes. Especially the green grapes. Look, fam, y'all, we sleep too much on the stuff that we have. And from now on, I'm not buying no more lotion from nobody. Look, no, fam, don't ask me. I make my own. I'm not buying no soap from nobody. I can make my own. I'm going to use my own because it's so much stuff out there. And the only reason why I'm throwing this in, because if you got a family business, we got to use what our family's making. And we got to realize what we put on our skin. Coconut oil. The power of I learned so much about coconut this past week. Fam, I'm a woo side, but for now on, it's just coconut. It's coconut, 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 and I can make my own. Y'all just don't know the power of your hands and what you got in the kitchen. Just like, and I know, get back to talking to my men and women about getting them to eat fruits and vegetables. This is what I'm saying. We talking about your life. We talking about your health. We talking about the future you. If you go back and listen to my podcast, I'm talking about you being present. You being present, and when your wife or spouse put some food in front of you, you know what I'm saying? We're talking about if it's an array of fruits and vegetables, man, that's love. And I'm speaking the truth. That's love. I'm just saying that's love, because the fruits and vegetables are taking care of themselves. Yourself, CELLS, not this, not the cell phone. Yeah. Look, not the cell phone, but your cells. Every trillions of cells that's in your body that's calling out like, yo, can I get some hydration? Can I get some selenium? Some selenium? Can I get some zinc? What about the copper? A lot of us are so copper deficient. When I heard that, I was like, thank God I was taking, I'm telling you, fam, my body said, you need copper. And then when I'm here, my brother just teach. And he was like, y'all know y'all copper deficient. I was like, I know. Because your girl was doing it 3 times. I'm telling you, fam, y'all don't realize when y'all prana rising, when you hydrate, you go exercise, your body will tell you what you need. I know. I realized what I did. Your body's going to tell you what you need. But I learned it was copper, because our body's not absorbing that magnesium, and we got high iron content in our food, and we don't even know it because we're eating bioengineered. We're eating, y'all know, what's the other word? GMO, genetically modified organism, and we don't even, some of us don't care. Some of us say those words, they got to transition anyway. Y'all got to stop. Y'all need to fight, because they winning and we need to stop. We need to bring back our energy and take care of ourselves, because the very thing that you're running from, my kings, my queens, that do not want to choose the fruits and berries that they picked as a child, or, you know, whatever the issue, I could see if it was clogging your throat. And I learned about that too, because I was like, yo, bruh, you be on it. Telling you, I'm still speechless, and I'll start speaking about it later. But y'all already see me dropping some gems on that. But the power, fam, the power, the power of these fruits and vegetables, nuts and seeds, cayenne pepper, coconut, turmeric, garlic, and the onions. Woo! And I'm probably forgetting something. The very thing that you picked as a child or still picking as an adult or just is the very thing that will save your life. The very thing that save your life. Like y'all talking about some cotton, y'all just don't know the hemp. Look, I take hemp seed bitters and my body was like, thank you, thank you. When I'm telling y'all to hydrate, I'm not telling y'all for no reason. When I say 50 ounces, yes, y'all see I'm going back. When I say 50 ounces, subtract for what you drank, family, subtract. And don't try to guzzle 16 ounces. No, all you need is 8 ounces. That's it, 8 ounces. Stop. When you drink a cup of tea, 8 ounces. That's it. You may think because, listen, you ate something too salty, wrong. You ate some sodium that wasn't real sodium. You didn't eat fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. You know, you had a big piece of steak and then you didn't have nothing else on there but some mashed potatoes and some gravy. And then when I be talking to my people and I be asking them, what's your main meal? And they say they eat one meal a day. And then when they say it's meat, I'm like, well, baby, you're missing some stuff because right now, when you drink something cold with your food, your body's like, yo, you're messing up my digestive tract. Your heart is like, man, your liver, just put it like that. Your vital organs are being affected because what you did, and it affects, y'all could put them words, whatever. Y'all just don't know how you're messing up your system. And you wonder why you got a utilization and a absorption issue. Then when your body don't eliminate, you're congested, then you're toxicity. And then what else? Come on, family. Y'all know it because I had it on my slide. You toxic. Then you're deficient. Then you wonder, yo, how am I deficient? Because of what you're doing, because your body's congested, because your elimination process. When you eliminate and your meridian pathways, that means your teeth are good, your lymphatic system is flowing. You eliminate. That means all the waste, all the forever chemicals, all them byproducts go out because you've decided not to eat them. Because you changed. You said, okay, Viola, since I ate berries as a child, blueberries, I'm going to start eating them. Then you wondering why the doctor go, oh, I can take you off that metformin. The doctor say that. The doctor say, oh, you don't need no more blood pressure medicine. The doctors say that. The doctor's going to say that when you start eating the very thing that you run away from. My kings, wives, I told you I was going to talk about it. The very thing you run away from there. Oh, my husband's eating more fruits. He working out more. We're having fun more. We're on dates. We're doing meditation. We're doing diaphragmatic breathing. We're massaging our lymph nodes. Yes, fam. Y'all gotta realize it's called the lymphatic drainage massage exercises. I do them every single day. Now I know to do them twice a day. Now I know to do them twice a day, family. I don't know about y'all, but twice a day is key. But anyway, family, the bottom line is with this addiction, people who has addiction, for as I'm not going to do this, we have to look at why we said we're not going to do it. Okay, eating blueberries, is it going to kill you? No. It's not. It's going to save your life because that blueberry is a powerful antioxidant. Do y'all know what that is? Getting oxygen is hydrating your cells, each and every cell, and them parasites don't like it. So you're getting rid of the enemy and you're putting the good stuff. You're getting the good bacteria inside. And then as you're doing this, cleaning your stomach, you're going to make sure that H. pylori is back where it needs to be. It's inside of your what? In your intestines. A lot of us don't even know about what's in your stomach because a lot of us are not emptying our stomach. We're eating and we're not making sure that our stomach is empty. But anyway, about Hydration, 50 ounces, family, maybe 55. If you're in a sauna, you got to do an extra 20. I'm always going to say that. Just don't go over that. Stay there. And if you have edema, lower it. Lower it, family. You need to be moving as much as possible. No, you shouldn't be doing the lymphatic drainage massage, but you need to do other things. You still need to be exercising. That means walking. If you need to put your legs up, and we're talking about this is your back, and this is your hiney, and your legs are up on the wall like this, family. Your legs are up on the wall. I still do it all the time, and I don't have nothing wrong with my lymphatic system. Nothing. But you need a parasite cleanse. You need to go on an all raw diet. Most of y'all need to eat raw for at least 60 days. You're like, I can't. Yes, you can. You can do it. You can do it. At least 60 days. It's about overcoming. It's about breaking addiction. It's about breaking these family curses and stop being so sleep. I'm gonna say it nice and stop being sleep. And build you a tower made of of copper and put it in the ground and bust up the clouds. But anyway, I just wanted you to make sure that you're overcoming, because a lot of us are being lied to. We need to we need to overcome, break this addiction, break this, oh, I'm not going to eat fruits and vegetables. Yeah, we do have some men and women who, as a child that lives in the southern countries. Yeah, there's countries, these states. As a child, because they picked it, blueberries, watermelons, they be like, I'm never eating again. And it be the very thing, because you need to eat an array of fruits and vegetables. We're saying when you have issues, a lot of us have issues, and we don't realize we have these issues. We don't. You need good gut microbiota, and that is going on. You need good gut bugs. You need more probiotics and prebiotics. So when you do, when you do a colonic, make sure I do it. And y'all already, last videos I was telling, not last, but about 2 or 3 years ago, and I know I got to keep reiterating, make sure you're doing more than 2 to 3 probiotics. And you got pre, po, and post. Y'all know that, right? You be like, what? Yes, look it up. You're like, dang. So I need to eat more fruits, vegetables. I think the nuts and seeds, yes. And, it's okay to go to the store and buy you, or y'all can go on my website and get the probiotics and prebiotics and stop playing. I'm just saying. That's just me. Going on, make sure. Let your past be the past, because you're in the present. Stick with the present. Y'all, past be the past. We need to overcome, just be like, forget it. I'm going to eat these berries. My wife, my family needs me. I'm tired. Men, when he can't come up, I'm trying to tell you, cayenne pepper, fruits and vegetables. What I say? Yeah, missing some vital vitamins and nutrients. That part. So when he stopped, because that belly's out there, because your body toxic, because you deficient. What's after deficient? Abdentation. After abdentation is what else, family? Come on. After abdentation, your body's gonna mutation. Y'all gotta have mutation and then detoxification. Then you wonder, why my heart attacked me? Why is my pancreas not producing insulin? Why is my kidneys, my adrenal glands, my parathyroid, my thyroid not working? And look, when the gear shift ain't working and you got issues with the adrenal glands, man, look, family, your whole body is out of whack. Plain and simple. Your whole body's out of whack. So remember them few things that I talked about, the coconut. I just mentioned. These are other videos I'm going to speak about. Coconut. Y'all better be lathering with coconut. Y'all better do the oil pulling. Y'all better stop sleeping on, especially the castor oil. Yeah. Don't worry, it'll be videos to come. Yeah, I'm just naming this so you can start like, dang, when she gonna get the video? It's coming. Because I gotta do more lives. I really do. I don't know. I can't go live, but anyway, fam. We care about, I know I care about you. The Colon Queen care about you. I love you. I wouldn't be doing these videos, fam. I would not be doing these videos if I did not care. Yeah. I see I'm in St. Louis. Because I could just, anyway, no, I'm doing this out of love, because I could be really retired and just chill. But I was like, nope, I'm 17. I'm still young. I'm still going to make sure you guys get the truth and hear the truth, none but the truth. Because of the God in me is talking. Anyway, fam, I know how to cut up so much. I got work to do because now I got to save this video. But anyway, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Love each and every one of you guys, or I wouldn't be doing this. So, guys, consider this the podcast too. Yeah, I got to put this on the podcast. I really do. But anyway, fam, you guys take care. I will have more videos. I guess that's it. All right, family. Peace.